Hi, everybody. On today's show, I have a very, very special guest. He is the author of various books. He's spoken to more celebrities than I can count at red carpet events for E, as well as his own website, PerezHilton.com. And, he's an avid podcaster, and he believes that video is the future of podcasting. So I'd like everybody to please welcome Perez Hilton to the show.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming on today. I really appreciate your time.
I'm happy to be here. I've done StreamYard before because I think people can use the functionality that you're using in different ways. I've seen people connect this to their YouTube, and they stream live on YouTube through StreamYard, which is interesting. But I didn't know that you could also use it for podcasting to record the audio as well. So that's really cool for me to know.
Yeah,
I'm a guest, but I'm also learning something.
Yeah, when we're done here and I click the end broadcast, it allows me to download the video and the audio separately if I want to.
Wow.
So it gives me the option. And it's great.
That's cool.
It's a great tool for podcasting. But I was shocked, number one, to hear that you're a big proponent of video for podcasting, because just a little background, I had heard Perez speaking in a Clubhouse room where he had said that video was the future of podcasting. And he had to leave, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him and elaborate on it. So here we are. I'm so happy that he took the time out of his schedule to come on and talk about this. So first of all, you are huge on Clubhouse.
I mean, not really. Like, there's a bunch of people that have way more followers than me. I have just really been enjoying it.
Right.
It feels unlike anything else. And of course, now everybody's trying to copy them. Twitter's launching something similar with Twitter Spaces, and Instagram also is now starting rooms there.
Yeah.
But like anything that is copied, usually the copy isn't quite as good as the original thing that is being copied.
Right.
So I definitely feel like the future is still very bright for Clubhouse. I think it'd be interesting for it not to be bought by Facebook or something like that. Like if they sold it to maybe Spotify, or maybe a not as obvious choice, or even my friends at Cameo. Like if Cameo bought Clubhouse and really integrated a way to monetize it with already what Cameo does, it could be really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I follow you, obviously. So I see every time you go live on Clubhouse, and you are on there quite often. And I love the rooms that the topics that you create. A lot of them are like mental health, parenting, stuff like that. And I think it's great.
Well, that's what I love the most about Clubhouse. It's the only platform where I feel like it's encouraged to really be your true, authentic, three-dimensional self.
Right.
Whereas on like Facebook, people don't like politics on Facebook. They like more nostalgic things and feel-good things that can be shared. Twitter's all about politics. Politics does very well on Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram is a different thing. YouTube is a different thing. But you're not punished either for being a diverse person on a Clubhouse. Like on Instagram and in a lot of social media, they really try to put you into a box and have you do one thing, and the algorithm favors that, right? Like if you are a chef and you post a lot of cooking videos on YouTube and on Instagram, if all of a sudden you say, well, I'm also very passionate about horticulture, and if you want to start sharing gardening videos, those videos won't do as well.
Right.
But if you're on Clubhouse and one night you host a room about, cooking, you're going to get a lot of listeners. But the next night, if you host a room about horticulture, if you put the right mix of people in there, and if it's the right topic, it could do just as well.
Right.
It depends on the topic, I think, and it depends on the people in your room. But it really lends itself to collaboration, to a great exchange of ideas, to just this really unprecedented connectivity that I've not seen anywhere else. And I'm all about it. I literally go live every night, usually around 7 p.m.
Yeah. And anybody who doesn't know, you can follow him at the Perez Hilton on Clubhouse.
Yes.
But you run a podcast. You've been running a podcast since June of 2017 called the Perez Hilton Podcast, the PHP. With
no, we
Chris
started
Hilton.
earlier. I think we started in 2016.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you've been doing podcasting.
No, sorry. No. Even earlier. No. What happened, I'll explain. No, we started in 2015. So this is our 6th year of doing podcasts, but we switched our podcasting provider or network. And then God, the first few years or 2 years or whatever of our show just disappeared.
Wow.
Because it would be really nice to go back and listen to our first episode ever or our second episode ever, but they're gone. It's okay. We keep cranking out content, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're OGs in the space. We've been doing it for 6 years now.
You really have, and I was listening to a bunch of your episodes, and one of them really stood out to me. The episode called Classy, and how you promoted the magic spoon on the show.
Oh yeah.
And I was cracking up. I thought it was hilarious, but it was a serious plug on a product that you're working with, and let's talk a little bit about that, about affiliate marketing and monetizing your show for new podcasters, because I noticed this a lot from new podcasters. Everybody wants to start making money right off the bat. And,
yes.
And a lot of the advice everybody gives them is that, you should just start podcasting for fun, and as a hobby, and, just keep it like that for a little while and see if you like it. But once you get to the point where you feel like you want to monetize, what kind of strategies would you suggest a new show go about trying to get a sponsorship or an affiliate?
Well, I actually disagree. I think you can make money right away if you're willing to invest the time and do it in the way that I suggest, which I'm not even doing it this way. I'm not taking my own advice, because right now, we're doing it on our own. And I do think I'm going to look into doing StreamYard, because I think my podcast co-host could figure that out easily. But if you're starting out brand new to the world of podcasting, my advice is start by going live. Stream your show live on YouTube and on Facebook.
Yep.
And, if you're lucky, you might be able to get enough views to quickly be able to monetize on YouTube. Then you can just start making money, And then if you're making money and you're growing quickly or enough, then start memberships on both YouTube and Facebook. Or you could start memberships right away. Yeah. If you're not even a part, I don't want to give bad or incorrect advice. I don't know, honestly, if memberships are available to everybody. Mm-hmm. I know that they're available to me on Facebook and YouTube, right, where you say, if you pay $10 a month, you'll get access to this. If you pay $15 a month, you'll get access to this and this. So it's like Patreon, basically. Yeah. So research what it takes to get access to that. Like if it's depending on views or if anybody can access it. And then, you could really start monetizing soon. But the podcasting world is very volatile, and there are so many podcasts out there. And the pandemic happened. Yeah. I was doing really well on my podcast with advertising. And then last year we took such a beating. Right. We were practically doing it for free for a lot of last year.
Wow.
But we kept it up because we just, love doing the show. We love working with each other. Mm-hmm. And we believe that our show is really good.
Yeah.
So, thankfully now things are starting to finally pick up again and be not exactly quite where they were pre-pandemic, but close to it. So we're well on our way to a recovery. thank God. But yeah, like I know so many podcasters that are friends of mine that stopped their podcasts last year for a variety of reasons, some of which were monetary. And but if you're doing it because you love it and because you feel like you have something of value to share with your audience, then you can weather the storms and you can weather the ups and downs. Because also, like, listenership changes based on many variables. Whether it's the holidays, listenership is down during the holidays. You would think it would be up, but it isn't up, it's down. So, and then your ability to monetize is down during that time and all that jazz. So it's an up and down, very volatile world, but I love the medium because the world that I live in normally is all about, infotainment, sharing with my audiences and the masses as efficiently, quickly as possible, and entertaining as well. It's not like I'm writing super lengthy essays or making super long videos that's about breaking news. People want it concise and they're busy. But with podcasts, there's the understanding that you're going to be able to really dig deep and savor a story and explore it from all angles, which is what I love.
Yeah, because you can spend a little bit more time on the topic, because, people, when they listen to podcasts, they have a habit of sitting down, relaxing or cooking or cleaning while they're listening.
Or they're driving in their car.
Yeah. So now you do run the podcast, but how come you don't have a Vodcast? How come you guys don't video it?
We didn't know that this existed. We've been trying to figure out how to do it. And we were really old school about it. Like, we were thinking we needed to do it, with a cameraman and this and that. But, this is really cool. And actually, we could have guests this way, right? If you wanted to have a third person, you could have a third person.
Yeah, you can have up to 10.
Wow. I definitely think we are going to be, well, I'm going to tell my co-host about this because we could start this right now at no extra cost, right? Like, you pay a little membership or.
Yeah, I think it's like $18 a month.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So, and then let's say on this platform, if you go live, I see comments on the side from the people watching, and I could post them on the screen, and then we could talk about it, or it's good.
Wow.
It's good interaction with the audience. And
very cool.
Yeah, and then you can make banners. Let's see if I got one here. See, or you could do something like this, and then.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
no, I mean. A lot of podcasting networks have been in existence for a while.
Right.
So they're kind of used to doing things a certain way, and it's hard for them to pivot.
Yeah.
And it's hard for them to all of a sudden start exploring new models. I think they need to, and they should. Mm-hmm. And I've had conversations with a lot of them lately, and not a lot of most are not doing vodcasting.
No, they're not.
The only ones that are doing it are if the show is doing it on its own.
Yeah.
But most podcast networks, that's not their focus or priority. And I think it's a mistake. I wish that our podcast network would have made that a priority and would have simplified it for us and would have said, hey, we're going to start offering this. Do you want to take part? And we would have been like, hell yeah.
Right. And now it's up to you as the podcaster to do it yourself. And then let's say, you're somebody like yourself where you don't have time to edit a video or, publish things to YouTube or Vimeo, wherever you have to hire somebody,
Yeah.
So it's an extra person, which costs money kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my podcast co-host does like to edit our show, the audio of it. He does that. Yeah. But we could just let the video be unedited, and that's fine. It'll be a different experience.
Well, what I like to do is that I take the video like this one and I'll bring it into my video editing program, and then
he doesn't know how to edit video. I mean, give me advice. What video editing program do you use?
Adobe Premiere.
Adobe Premiere. Okay. Yep. I'll tell him
Yeah.
because he has expressed interest. My brain could not even wrap itself around doing that. I'm old, and so is he. But he's actually said he wants to learn how to do it. So I'm gonna tell him.
I think it's great. I think it'll expand your audience. I think it'll give more of a connection to your audience, and letting people see you and all that. So I think it'll work out great for you.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about vodcasting. Like you had said that you thought that vodcasting was the future.
Yeah, I mean, it just expands your audience because there are people who are YouTube people.
Right.
And YouTube people may not be the same people as audio people. I think anything that just helps expand the reach of your podcast is a good thing. And especially, on YouTube, you can monetize. I do monetize.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, I do monetize as well. And Instagram has said that they are going to finally be allowing the monetization of IGTV videos. So I could post the entire Vodcast as well on IGTV, and eventually I'll start monetizing there as well.
Interesting. Wow. I heard that if you utilize Instagram's Reel feature,
that's been helping a lot.
They'll kind of push you to the top because it's kind of a new feature.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But you don't monetize Reels. It just kind of helps with reach and hopefully growth.
Right. Well, do you suggest any specific social media platform specifically for podcasters to thrive on?
I think you should be on all of them, really.
Yeah.
That might sound overwhelming, but you never know what piece of content will work the best where. And you should be on, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Snapchat is making a big push, actually. They recently launched this thing called Spotlight, which is like their attempt to compete with TikTok. It's like TikTok, but on Snapchat. And they're also really fostering, creators now on Snapchat. It kind of used to just only be a messaging app. Mm-hmm. Now it's a lot more than just that. So you really should be everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, be everywhere. And yes, it's work, but if you want to grow a podcast, it takes work.
Right. Yeah. Podcasting can be very fun, and especially when you introduce the video element. Yeah. So, it exposes you to a whole brand new audience. Do you have any plans coming out? Anything new?
Yes, but I can't announce it yet because I haven't announced it yet. But I'm trying to be, not even trying to be, I am being more entrepreneurial. And, I've really been making it a priority to diversify my income streams because I want to make more money. Let's be real.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
I've got 3 kids to financially support and my mother. That's a lot of people depending on me.
Yeah. I know. I've been watching your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Your daily vlogging. And I love that you're so personal on your channel. I love that, you talk about everything and your family, your children, and mental health. You spoke about anxiety in one of your episodes. And
thank
just
you.
Great. It's great.
Thank you.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Perez.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for hopefully helping me ease my way into the vodcasting world.
Well, I hope if you have any other questions, please feel free to, get in touch with me, and I will help you out in any way I can.
I will. Now, do I need to? I don't do anything. You're doing it all on your end. I can just leave, and you've got it all.
That's it. You can just leave. And I will send you the links and everything, for you to watch and listen, later on.
Because also, sometimes you do use some podcasters use different things where I need to make sure I hit some button or whatever, and it uploads on my end. You do it all on your end. Super cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for having me on your show.
All right, Perez. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Well, that was Perez Hilton. He stopped by for a little while to chat about what he thought the future of podcasting was. And we got some value out of that, I think, from him speaking about the future of podcasting and marketing and working with affiliates and sponsorships. All right, so everything associated with Perez Hilton is in the show notes, so go check that out. And I'd like to thank Perez Hilton in taking the time out and talking to us a little bit about podcasting and vodcasting. If you'd like to listen to previous episodes of the show, head on over to VodSquad.Live, where you can listen and watch all the episodes that I put out. You can also listen on all major podcasting platforms. And go subscribe to the Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker. I'll see you next week, everybody.